What's going on, everybody? ZVZ man, Andre, how you doing? Trying to get myself in order here for the day. Waking up, getting that coffee flowing. Anyway, where were we here? We were on floor 67, starting right back off where I left off yesterday. Let's get it. I'd like to try to, what's up, Daniel? I'd like to maybe try to hit floor 80 today. I probably won't be able to get to 80 on stream, but I'd like to get another AP done. Get up to AP 60 here. Nope, and we got starting the day off with an easier map. That is a plus. What do we got? We got Dreadbones over here. Timmy, a little headstrong Timmy down below. I actually got pretty nice and easy setup here. Oop, you know what? I gotta change my stuff around. I did that automation video. Matter of fact, let me get some of this stuff out of get my inventory cleaned up and ready for the day here. Sorry, y'all. Usually do this all off stream, but not yet. Still waiting. I mean, it's been 2 months. So, I mean, I'm not really sure what Trendy's got going on, but there's been zero communication at all with them. They, have not been communicating with the Casters Guild people at all. Let's see. Let's go. I kind of want to go with a ballista instead of a PDT. Do a ballista. Need the flyers covered. Nothing unusual, right? No. Nope. Nothing unusual there at all. Yeah, still waiting anyway. They took, usually how it works is they give, Lotta will send us a survey of potential codes that we would like. As far as heroes, what heroes we'd like to give out for the month. And then he takes the results of the surveys and decides what they're going to give us. And he sent us the survey, which is the first step. That all good to go? Yeah, it is. But then we haven't heard back yet. It's been about a week since he sent us that survey. So hopefully soon. I mean, I want to, you know, giveaways, of course, are very nice to be able to do. So I want to be able to get you guys as much stuff as I can. And they're just not, like I said, just not being responsive at all. Thank you so much for subscribing there, Melker Johansson. I do appreciate it. Let's see. I got enough left for... I can go like that and then do a ballista. I like it better. Oop, that is not a squire. Likes my ballistas. Terminator, what's up, Term? So I know Terminator will be. Terminator's a big time Xbox player. The top of the food chain in the DD2 world on the Xbox for the most part. Anyway, there's that Wargroove game. There's an article that I read this morning talking about crossplay, and they said 100% Sony told them no, and that's why they have crossplay between PC and Xbox, but not PC and PlayStation, or Xbox and PlayStation. And they kind of bashed a little bit. They talked about all of the crossplay hype is a Fortnite only thing, and Sony doesn't have any intention of opening it up to smaller games. Which is really unfortunate if that's the case. Now, obviously, they've got a first-hand look at it. But yeah, reading that, it was like, damn. Crossplay just needs to happen in all games. I mean, Sony is got to get with it. I mean, by the time Sony comes around, then Microsoft will be pissed and say no. That's it seems like the constant circle. We wants to play games together, people. Well, that's the thing. Rocket League has a much bigger player base. Sony played it off like they were open to crossplay in all areas. The Wargroove developer said on their end, it's as simple as flipping a switch, and that it all comes down to licensing. So, I mean, obviously Sony's a business, and they're not gonna not make their money, But it's just a shame, something that could be just so beneficial to gamers or gaming communities in general, is just, seems like there's a hard line on it. I mean, the Wargroove dev literally said that on their end it was just a matter of flipping a switch. And I guess when Sony did that press release a while back saying that they were open to crossplay, it said that game developers should speak to their PlayStation rep. And Wargroove, I guess, spoke to their PlayStation rep to try to get it in, and the rep straight up said no. Now, Wargroove, of course, is a much smaller player base than games like Rocket League or Fortnite or anything like that. But something that, on the developer side, like I said, according to them, it's as easy as flipping a switch. So for the development side of things being so ready to go, and it's the publisher or platform side of things that's causing the holdup, that's just, it's unfortunate, is all. I just read that before I started streaming, that's why it's so fresh on my mind. Speaking of things that are fresh on my mind, yesterday I ranted and raved about Astroneer, about their EULA. They changed it yesterday, and they got rid of that cryptocurrency thing. Now, of course, it sounds like just an excuse, but it's gone now. They said that it was a generic EULA that was designed for all games, including mobile games. So, I mean, their response to it makes sense, but it still makes you wonder. You fixed your auras, nice. So yeah, there will be more Astroneer coming now then. I had uninstalled it. Radioactive, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, I had uninstalled Astroneer after reading that license agreement, so I'm pretty stoked that they changed it because I absolutely love that game. Those that have been around the channel for a while know that I've done like 4 or 5 playthroughs of it through various stages of development. So I'm anxious to get back in and do some more Astroneer fun. Mr. Key Morton, how's it going? I've been going really, really casual. I don't think... I'm just not in a hurry, I just want to enjoy the climb and sit here and chat with you all and do it. So the grind has left. Yesterday when I finished streaming, I played maybe 1 or 2 maps in DD2 afterwards, and I didn't play any more DD2. I think it's going to be a little while till we have an update, and I don't want to... I mean, I want it to be over with, don't get me wrong. I'm ready to start fine-tuning sets of gear again, as that's the aspect of the game I really, really do like. But on the same note, one of the reasons I did the AP reset to begin with was to feel the progression constantly. you know, and I just don't want to grind my way through it and lose that feeling. That, and you know, I'll be completely honest, that damn dice pet in DD1, I am completely obsessed with it. People have been asking me to do some more Dungeon Defenders 1 stuff, just kind of like throwback stuff, and I popped back in the game to check it out, and there's just some really cool pets that weren't in the game before. And, you know, I mean, I was in the casino business for so long, working in casinos, particularly in table games with cards and dice. And now they got these dice pets that are just so awesome. That's the one, well, I mean, there's several things that are just a massive difference between DD1 and DD2. But pets are such a glorious thing in DD1, and in DD2, it's just, they're just there. They're something floating around that gives you an ability. Let's see, are there any other layers of progression? Well, the base progression goes, what, just get into Chaos 7, then getting the proper shards, then getting the proper mods, then climb an Onslaught is the basic progression rule. If you're stuck on floor 31, the best bet for you, Critical, is just to slow down. Just build slower. I mean, you guys see me blasting through the maps, but realize I've just done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Onslaught floors. So, like, I look at the lane and I instantly know the counter for it. So there's no thought process going into it. But when that was not always the case. You know, before I did these hundreds and hundreds of Onslaught floors, I had to build really, really slow and sit there and read each mutator and make sure that I'm working for it. DD1, I mean, it's an amazing game. You know, there's no doubt about it. The only thing that holds me back from playing more DD1 is, you know, I do this for a living. So I can't play you know, a 8-year-old game with a small player base and expect to have any success on the YouTube channel. But I do absolutely love the game. It's in the game, Misecrafter, but it's a very limited item. I should have more giveaways for it soon, but I don't know when that will be, because it's up to Trendy when they give me codes. And right now, Trendy is in super secret mode and not talking to anyone. So I haven't gotten any codes from Trendy in over 2 months now, which is a little excessive, considering I dedicate so much of my time to it. I'd like to hear back from them, you know. But, I mean, they got big things in the works. We just don't know what those big things are. So, that's the problem, is big things that are a big secret are nothing to you or I. They're just rumors, you know. So, I mean, Trendy will tell us when they're ready to tell us, but, you know, you just gotta understand, I'm just like everyone else. I'm a player of the game. I want the info and I want it now. Yeah, if you guys are getting stuck that low, I mean, it's floor 26 isn't even Chaos 7 yet. You might want to switch over and try some expeditions and get geared up. You know, you get the best place to farm for gear is expeditions. So if you come into Dungeon Defenders 2 and you go through the campaign and you complete it and jump right into Onslaught, you're going to be lacking in gear if you don't play any expeditions. But first thing, you got to get all the right shards you need. Second thing, just gear in general and mods. What was that? I was sitting there rambling away. I didn't even realize the map is over. That was 67. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. I mean, I'm excited to hear what news they have. I just wish we'd hear it, you know? It's been so long of radio silence with no communication at all, practically. Other than what, there's been 2 Trendy Friday Funs in 2 months. There's only been 2. So out of 8 weeks, they've only done a Trendy Friday Fun stream twice. So, I mean, there's something big, big, big in the works. But, who knows what it is. What's going on, Tamara? How you doing? Well, if there's shards that you're not using or for heroes you don't have, yeah, you can get rid of them. The ones that you don't want, you want to make sure to not get rid of are mainly the big three. Destruction, defense rate, and deadly strikes. Don't destroy any of those shards. Keep them. Anything else, I mean, you'll get more of them. I mean, that's all up to you and up to how much inventory space you have. Nobody can make those decisions for you. Just don't make a mistake and get rid of any deadly strikes, destruction, or defense rate. Just trust me on that. Your hero shards don't really matter as much. However, the deadly, destruction, and defense rate are a huge, huge deal. So you certainly don't want to get rid of those. This is going to be a bit of a train wreck, isn't it? Let's see, we got poison in there too. Catherine. Super Vega. What y'all up to today? Let's see, I feel like I need poison over on this side, pointed that way a little bit more. Let's do something like that. And we'll throw a little AoE in up here to try to thin the packs. Burning Strikes is not a shard you need to gild. It's a shard you need to have, but that shard does not need to be gilded. I mean, it was mainly considered a worthless shard prior to the Drakenlord coming. So, I mean, it's a shard you want to have because of the bosses, but it's not a shard that you need to gild. I mean, if you've got the extra shards for it, go for it. I would say the same thing about any shard, though. But the ones that are going to offer real value are the big three in defense shards. Deadly Strikes, Defense Rate, Destruction. You gild those three shards, you're going to be in a happy place. In a happy place. Let's see, we got so much DU on this map. Might as well go ham a little here, huh? Oh man, that's a lot of power there for that lane. Hopefully that holds it. I think it'll be alright. It'll be alright. And of course, got the mystery lanes down below. Don't know what's there. The shards that matter to guild, every single shard, every single one, the amount of value you get out of gilding it is negligible. Where it becomes very, very valuable to gild the shard is if it frees up a mod slot and makes it so you don't have to have a mod. Deadly Strikes will get you to the defense cap. What is this happy place? Deadly Strikes will get you to the defense cap, defense rate will get you to the defense cap, and destruction is straight up more power. So, I mean, those shards are much more valuable than anything else. Any hero damage, or any hero-related shard in general, gilding that is going to give you very, very small, a very small luxury versus the defense shards. I mean, it's a tower defense game. It's all about the defenses, right? Is that going to shoot down, or is that going to hit the step? I guess we'll find out. I can always move it. Yeah, the guild shards to get a little more power out of it, like Fisk said. can't believe you guys switch platforms like that, Catherine. That's a hard thing to do. I mean, I still want to get in and play more on my console accounts, but I mean, I hear about how bad the game runs on consoles, and plus it's just grind on grind on grind, and that's what's kind of held me off from doing it. What else do I want? I don't even know. I tell you what, just in case we get some controlled burn aspects that I can't see down there, I'm gonna just throw a poison dart tower on both of these lanes. I think that would be awesome if you could buy specific shards with dust there, Olive. It's been suggested many times over. I'm still on the same Tamara. I haven't been playing much. I'm on, what is 59, I think? Where am I? 59, yeah, 59. Yeah, so I'm hoping to get to 60 today. But I mean, I'm not gonna grind it or rush it either. I'm just playing casually. Oh, I gotcha. See, Monster Hunter World is the one that's getting at me, Tamara. I've got so many friends that are playing Monster Hunter World, and they all love it. Every single one of them. Like, no one is telling me anything negative about Monster Hunter World. And I know it's a big-time grind game, and that's one of the things that have kept me away from it. But I'm having a really, really hard time not playing it. I'm thinking the next time it goes on a big sale, I may end up picking it up. Oh yeah, that's true, Catherine. Looks like the frost orcs are freezing up my one PDT. I might need to get that off the ground. Whoa, almost lost it. This one right here. If I elevated that and put it here, it wouldn't freeze. Yeah, I mean, I've played other Monster Hunter games, and they are all grind games. But, I mean, DD2's a grind game, and it's awesome. Dungeon Defenders was a grind game, and it's awesome. Warframe's a grind game, and it's awesome. So, I mean, I'm not against grind games. Apparently, I'm against sleep. Too many grind games, not enough time in bed snoozing. Oh, crap. I didn't even realize I had bullet sponge there. This is going to cause me a problem, isn't it? We can handle that pretty easily. Let's see. Actually, I'll just sell one of those. And we'll throw a poison dart tower in the mix. That will handle my bullet sponge issue. Well, I can tell you it's going to be if they ever do implement it, it will be an enormous number that they put to it. Everybody gets really upset about the fact that it takes 10 shards to gild a shard. And I can tell you, a lot of you guys know that I sometimes will do some testing for Trendy. I can tell you, I can't tell you any specifics, but I can tell you that number was exceptionally higher prior. And I was one of the ones leading the pack as far as, oh my god, are you kidding me? It costs what? So, I mean, thinking we're going to be able to get the shard of our choice for 20 to 30 dust, I think is a bit of a pipe dream. I think 100 is more realistic. Now, I like your idea, don't get me wrong, but I think that number is way too low for Trendy. There's no way they're going to say it. 27 is your favorite number and you want to hit 100. Are you, what AP reset you on there, Fisk? Like I said, I can't give you the specifics because there's a non-disclosure agreement. But I will tell you that the original, what Trendy was ready to launch as far as how many shards it would take to guild, was more than double. More than double of what's required now. So, I mean, like I said, I love the thought of 20 shard dust becoming the shard of your choice. That's just not a realistic number, though, I think. I think the number will be 100 if they ever did it. If they ever did it at all, I think it would be 100. The problem with shards, and it's a kind of a hidden thing that not a lot of people realize, is Trendy is hesitant to make changes like that with shards because it directly affects their monetization. Now, obviously, I don't work for Trendy, and I don't see their financial reports, but I am going to guess that shard packs are a large portion of their income. And being a free-to-play game, of course, they're not going to want to mess with that. I think that's one of the things that that makes changes to the shard systems a little tougher for Trendy to implement. Now, I don't know that, of course. I'm just completely guessing, but that's my best guess. Apex does look fun. A lot of people talking about it. Yeah, I mean, DE, you know, I don't want to get into that, but DE and Warframe is obviously extremely generous compared to Trendy in all regards. There's actually no comparison at all. Like I said, I'm not gonna get into a bash fest or anything, but in every single regard, DE rewards their players more. It's a great game. Warframe's an incredible game. I'm gonna be grinding it out again when when Railjack hits. Definitely looking forward to that. Wrecked. It's awesome though, Fisk. I'm not going to go all the way to 100. I mean, I want to get that gold, and I want to get that XP bonus. But on the same note, there's just so many other games to play. I think 2,000 medals... I don't think they'll do medals. I mean, I like the thought of it, but it would be nice if there was just a shop where you could buy all the things. Shards, mods, everything else, and have one currency. One of the problems right now is like shard dust, for example. We have to hold currencies in our inventory, and inventory is already an issue with Dungeon Defenders. I'm at 59 there, Damien. I've actually been at 59 for like almost a week. I've been slow rolling it. I haven't played any Onslaught floor. I've played the game, but I haven't played any Onslaught floors off a stream or without recording for like the last week, where previously I just grinded it. Grind. Crackdown 3 in 2 days. I tell you, the game that I am just dying to play that's been just eluding me as far as getting access to it is Satisfactory. You can't even buy a code for that. I mean, it's almost like they make little memes about it all the time. But every 2 weeks now, they used to do it every week. Every 2 weeks now they send out codes. And if you've been keeping track of the numbers of alpha codes that have gone out. It's a large number now since they started releasing them. I just can't even imagine that they've got that big of a player base, that everyone that's interested doesn't have access to it yet. It just, I actually don't know anyone. I know a lot of people excited about Satisfactory, and I don't know a single person that has a code to it. Not one. And they've sent out thousands and thousands and thousands of codes. I mean, that game looks just awesome. You definitely want to keep the plain moats there, Leo. The other stuff is not necessarily as valuable, but plain moats are kind of a big deal. It's actually one of the most valuable things in the game. In the current state. We got Gribbs as well. There he is. Come on out. Come on up, Gribbs. Meet my auras. A Satisfactory is like, if you're familiar with Factorio, it's along that line of gameplay, but it's 3D. It's not a top-down thing. It's like an open world where you build these huge monstrosities of factories, and I love those types of games. Crackdown 3 is going to be, it's console exclusive, isn't it? Well, that's fair. I mean, you got to get, if you're going to buy the Game Pass, you got to get your money out of it. I know you're an achievement junkie too, there, Fisk, so. Fisk's Xbox gamer score is literally like 200 times greater than mine or something. Xbox exclusive? Yeah, I thought so. Exclamation PDT in chat there, Sebastian. But right now I'm using all throwaway gear, so I don't have a ideal setup to show you. Because I'm doing Ancient Power resets, so all my gear gets wiped every 30 floors. Uh-oh. Tuskar, that minimap is so elusive on this map. It'd be nice if there was kind of color coding or something. It looked like I was about to get wrecked, but it is down below. Well, that's alright. Games get delayed all the time, as long as it's worth it, you know? Alright, we are on to the keep. The keep. Alright, anything good? Anything good? Let's see what kind of piratey mod we got there. "9 months and a day" is not very long in game developer terms there, Tamara. Walk the plank. I'll be throwing Walk the Plank overboard. Alright, what do we got? Mob Gallery, Omega Squad, Gamma. Winner is here. Omega Squad Alpha. We got some controlled burn over there. I got any silly, funny lanes? Actually, not too bad, really. Sucks that I've got Armored there and Spellbreaker there, because I usually use the same defense to kill the air and that ground lane, but I'm sure I'll live. Well, I don't know if I'll live, but I'm gonna do my best. Let's see. We got no cyborgs over here, huh? That's pretty convenient. Pretty convenient. Let's just go with that for now. Over here, I'm going to want to throw in a little something extra for the controlled burn. I got the drench on the weapon mans, of course. You know what? I might just throw a third node over here, just to make sure I get them drenched all up. I hear the same thing. I don't know enough about the Crackdown games to give an opinion of my own, but I do hear the same thing. Wow, no cyborgs here either. Well, that mob gallery lane could become cyborgs. Let's go with that. Alright, so we got that Spellbreaker, Headstrong. I mean, I'm just gonna have to mix it up a little. I'll try to kill most of these up front here. Got no cyborgs here either. I'm gonna need some. We got a bunch of lady orcs though. Let's get some LSAs in for those lady orcs. And then the only option that I've got all set up right now for these flyers, Headstrong Spellbreaker flyers, would be ballistas. These ballistas are going to get wrecked. It's going to be ugly. But, see if it'll hold. Let's see, EMPs, Omega Squad, Theta, Pain Aura, and Phased. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Gonna need something in addition for the flyers. They don't dip very low here. Those flame auras will hit them, but they're just gonna graze them, just a little tickle. Just a tickle. What do I got left? That gives me that'll give me 330 for the bottom lanes. Sigard Womps with long shot. Omega Squad Beta with maximum effort detonator. How to do it. Let me see how much DU I got left after I do this. Nah, not in Onslaught, Leo. I'm not gonna... I mean, I'm using automation on my weapon mans, but I'm not... In Onslaught, you have to think more about the mutators than the dragon. The dragon's just something you need to pay attention to. Alright, that leaves me 240, which the math works out perfect. The math is strong. And so are the ballistas. So let's do that. What's going on there, Herbrand? Well, I mean, that's you gotta take it in moderation, Jamal. It takes a special person to grind. So I mean, it'll burn anybody out. I mean, that's why I've been taking breaks, you know. I'll get the grind going again here soon, but Right now I'm on a Dungeon Defenders 1 pet obsession. So I've been grinding out pets. Now that I want to build a base in Subnautica, in the new Subnautica Below Zero, in preparation for the next update whenever it hits. Now there may be a wipe. So if there's a wipe, I would lose it. But it's fun to do the base building anyway, so Subnautica Below Zero, I want to do some base building. Astroneer, of course, changed their license agreement yesterday, so it's playable game again now, without any rage and hatred. So there's going to be more Astroneer for sure. Mo Astroneer. You're not special then. That's terrible, Tamara. I'm not against it there, Fisk. Exclamation spotlights in chat there, Edie. Or Eddie. Pardon me for massacring your name. And you can just go through and pick the defense you want. I mean, it's... everything is based on how you want to use your defense. Dungeon Defenders was an open world game. That'd be cool. Alright, what do we need to do? We need to upgrade this stuff. These ballistas killed the flyers, but I don't want to put any credit into it. Here, I'll type it in for you. There you go. With an S. I put a lot into setting up all these bot stuff. So anytime I say there's a command for it, exclamation command, or you can just do exclamation commands and see all the commands, but there's literally like 100 of them. So, I mean, use them. You know, that's what they're there for. Let's see here. We got old Nash. Nash is going to need some attention. Those ballistas won't kill her. You know what? I think I'll put them down here for the flyers. Get one more up there. What was the name of the summoner in DD1? You just said it. It was the summoner. The Abyss Lord, a lot of people don't consider the Abyss Lord the summoner, but the Abyss Lord is the summoner. The person who designed it actually talked about it. Did an interview specifically talking about that. It was, for those that have been around a long time, you remember Blacksmith. He was the original creative director of the game. He did an interview talking about it and said that with the setup they had for DD2, Overlord mode was not going to be possible. And that's why they changed the name. But they said that the Abyss Lord is indeed the summoner from DD1. So it's the summoner minus Overlord, and without archers that are amazing. Wants my archer walls, please. Too many there, Eddie. I don't even know where I'm at. I'm assuming on this main account I'm up getting close to, probably getting close to 8,000 hours. Overall, between all the platforms, I'm definitely over 10,000. I have no idea. I mean, how would I know something about like that, Damien? You'd have to ask Trendy that. I mean, I don't work for Trendy. I don't have the private information that Trendy employees would have. I'm just another guy that plays video games. Alright, all the freezy. Yeah, it was a lot of geodes there for sure. Alright, I think we're good here. Let's get a little bit more love in down here at the bottom. Should be able to hit all 4 of them. Sadly, it's normal for Trendy. The difference is they go back and forth, and that's why people are always upset about it. I mean, look at like Terraria developers. That is like the quietest game ever. You don't get any news about the games ever until it's coming. And nobody says anything about it because that's just how they've always been. Trendy goes back and forth, and going back and forth with, do you want to be secretive? Do you not want to be secretive? It pisses everybody off. You know, you can't give us all the info one week and then not even say hi the next. The next Trendy stream, assuming, would be Friday. Every Friday at noon Eastern time. But they have canceled quite a few of them lately, so I don't know. Well, the change in stuff behind the scenes is what caused all the problems, Fisk. If they didn't have so many personnel changes, I'm sure we probably would have gotten something by now. That and a new change in direction, you know. You got new creative directors, which are obviously going to change the game. I mean, they've got to keep what's already built, but they've got to find a way to build upon that. Allergy and Javahawk got their work cut out for him, there's no doubt. Oh, they're busy on something big, they just won't tell us what it is. They tell us that they're working on something big. That's all they'll say. Like the only words they will use. We're doing big things, but we're not going to tell you what they are. It's a big secret. A big old pack of what's coming over there. Well, see, it's interesting they do that because Allergy like represents the player side. For those that don't know, you know, Allergy was a Dungeon Defenders 2 live streamer that ended up getting a internship from college to work for Trendy, who then was hired on as an associate producer and is now a creative director. So, I mean, the dude is like a model of success in that regard. But Javahawk has actually been around for a long time. He's one of the OGs with Trendy. He helped develop Dungeon Defenders 1. Javahawk will basically bring the technical possibilities to the game, and Allergy will bring, you know, the more player-sided thoughts. Well, awesome there, Rocco. Appreciate you watching. Welcome to the stream. My allergy problems are still just intense. I don't know if you guys hear me. I'm trying to cover it up, but my nose is just will not stop running. It's just crazy. Yeah, I mean, no doubt. I mean, 3 years ago, I think it was 3 years ago, three years ago, maybe 4 years ago, Allergy was just another live streamer, just like me. Now, of course, living in the town where Trendy is based, you know, he applied for an internship there and got it. And now he's the boss. So, hats off to Allergy. That's, you know, that's living the dream for sure. Nah, Phil's been gone a long time, Jamal. Phil's been gone for at least 2 years. He works for Warframe. He's, I don't know his exact title, but he's on the marketing team at Warframe. Well, I mean, it goes both ways there, Spakuta, but it's, you know, you have to just make a choice. Do you want to be a game developer that communicates and tells players what they're doing? Or do you want to be a developer that's super secretive? And Trendy goes back and forth between the two. And that's where people get all the angst over it. If Trendy was always this way, it wouldn't be an issue. But they'll go like 1 year, they'll be super secret, they won't say a word to anybody about anything. The next year, they'll be like chatty little school kids who just want to give out all the info. And, you know, they haven't found that happy medium between the two. And that's where players get mad, you know. No, I would keep pushing forward if you can, Spakuta. Defense rate is Chaos 4. Keep pushing forward and get yourself to Chaos 7. You can, because you may end up finding those just on the climb. And then once you get to Chaos 7, then you go back and do shard farming, and it's like easy mode, mostly AFK, and you can get your Netflix on while you're shard farming. You definitely don't want to just stay there and grind shards, because it could take literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of maps just to find one. It's their, you know, RNG sucks. It's like it's the lottery, straight up. You know, as a long-term casino worker, I can tell you, you know, the statistics and probability are never, ever in our favor. You know, it might be like a 1 in 32 chance of getting a shard or whatever. But that doesn't mean if you run the map 32 times you're going to get one. That means each time it's a 1 in 32 chance. So the probability of it, if you did the math, would say you'd have to open well over 100 of those shard packs just to have a 99% chance of getting the shard you want. So, I mean, probability is just... probability is the math that makes you go, "Ah, really?" Yeah, it would be nice if there was a difficulty increase. If, I mean, something else. Well, I personally would like a new game mode. But, I mean, the natural, if you followed the base of what other games do, successful games, ah, shit. This assassin screwed me because it's headstrong. If you follow the natural progression of what games do, I mean, we're way overdue for a Chaos 8. Come on, Frostfire, save the day up there. Oh, it did. Wow. Powerful. I'm still all freezy over here. Oh, shit, man. Well, this is a wipe. God dang it, 6 mobs left. That's so shitty. Headstrong assassins just make you want to rage quit. It's the most irritating thing in the game. Oh, I've done all the calculations, Spakuta. I just don't know it off the top of my head. I think for Deadly Strikes, it was like 118. You had to open like 118 shards. Redoing the... I mean, I'm glad we got replay from Wave, but what a shitty ending to a run right there. And that's more RNG, and that's one of the things that drives people nuts about Onslaught. It makes it not popular. RNG is a factor. If I wouldn't have had Headstrong Assassins, I would not have lost. Period. And that's not fun. That's not playing strategically. That's irritating, is what that is. And that's the kind of thing that Trendy needs to get rid of. Well, not get rid of, but, you know, don't focus on content like that. I mean, give us something more DD1-like. Give us something grindable. Yep, it's the same thing every time. And you know what? You still grind the crap out of it because you want to get that ultimate plus item, you know? The RNG associated with Onslaught is just mind-numbing irritating. Having one map that you pull your hair out on and having the next map that you go make a sandwich because it's so AFK. That's not how progression is supposed to work. We wanted endless mode, Trendy. We didn't want this. There, I said it. I said it. We had endless mode. We want more of it. Instead, you gave us this. Why? Why, oh why did you give us this? Well, I mean, you're supposed to move on to a different game when you're done, Fisk. When you're done, you're done. I mean, that's the thing about a grindy, endless game, is you choose your own ending. But in all fairness, I mean, 50% of the people watching the stream right now, myself included, we're done with DD2. We've gotten our money's worth out of DD2. Uh-oh. Ballista got wrecked. You know, we continue to play DD2 because we love Dungeon Defenders. But that doesn't mean that there's content worth continuing to play. You know? We need something new. Like you said, progression. Give us C8. Give us C10, for God's sakes. Yep, you know what? Everybody will beat it. And then you know what? Give us C12 after that. And everybody will beat that. Give us C15. Everybody will beat that. Look at one of the... You know, look at World of Warcraft. What do? They wait a year, they give you an expansion, they increase the level cap, all your old gear becomes worthless, and you go and you farm up all new stuff. That's like the natural progression of games. Out with the old, in with the new kind of thing, you know? That's the natural progression. Well, you find mass destruction in mastery. It doesn't matter what tier you do. Mastery is not tied to specific tiers. Your stars are your stars. You can get them anywhere. The mastery tiers do not correlate with the chaos tiers, other than just the different maps and the difficulties. C1 and C7, in my opinion, were the easiest ones to do. Well, that's the thing, Fisk, is you're looking for difficulty in a free-to-play grind game. That's where your first mistake would be. You gotta realize it's a free-to-play grinder. It's supposed to cater to the masses. It's not supposed to cater to the, I want this level of difficulty people. Now, I hear you. It would be nice just to say, okay, I want to try floor 999, and just hitting 999 and trying it out. I think that would be awesome. But you got to realize what the game is, you know. By focusing too much on complex strategy, you're taking it into the realm of thousands of hours of play where, I mean, as a free-to-play game, you want more people looking at it. the more people look at the game, the more money you're going to make as a company. You know? What do we got? Game Ogre, Throwers, Sparks and Shield, Cyfrost, Vanguard Wops, Saga Throwers, Omega Squad, Gamma. I mean, anytime the game, in my personal opinion, anytime any strategy game requires such pinpoint placement of towers and such perfect style of play to compete at a high level, like to do, say, floor 900, like Nictus and Equum and those guys, for it to require that level of perfection, it's a little past the point. It misses out on the fun factor and goes too hard on the impossible to do. I mean, in my opinion, in a tower defense game, particularly a free-to-play tower defense game, reroll Molten takes too long. That's true. 582 mobs in wave 1. Good call there, Jamal. I'll do it. Anyway, if you're using the right defenses against the mobs that are there, or you have the right mods or whatever versus the mobs that are there, you have the appropriate level of power, and you have quality placement, you should win. I mean, why would you not win? When RNG becomes into the mix with strategy, that's a fail, in my opinion. No. It's going to give it to me again because I re-rolled it. You watch. Well, you need to drench poison. You need to drench your poison, basically, Rainbow. So, you know, what do you do on those lanes? Ramsters, fire Ramsters and poison dart towers would be kind of the most commonly used meta. Weapon Mans. Oh, and I got this shitty map instead. Or actually, is this the good one? Yeah, this is the good one. Never mind. Dreadbone's Horde. Armored. I don't know. I mean, I love Dungeon Defenders. I love Dungeon Defenders 1. I love Dungeon Defenders 2. Dungeon Defenders 1 could use some quality of life at DD2. Dungeon Defenders 2 could use, you know, some more basis off of DD1. You know, DD1, it was more, you got the same mobs every time, but the difficulty went to that absurd level. But you knew what was there. You knew what to expect. You didn't hit the next floor button and have it be a roulette wheel that spins and says, bling, you get Headstrong Assassins. That's what makes DD1 superior, in my opinion. Now, if you took DD1 and you added the quality of life from DD2, the hero swapping, even in its train wreck state, the better inventory management. Man, look at me overbuild this lane. Holy crap. And it's armored. Maybe I should look at the mutators. If they combine the two games, they would create such a wonderful thing. DD1 with DD2 graphics, DD2 quality of life, and everything else DD1 would be amazing. Since I've been playing DD1 a little bit here lately again, I've been saying that every day, it seems like. And it's just so true. I mean, it would be the awesome combo of games, no doubt about it. See, pile it on. Let's grab a PDT here too. Where we want it. We want to do the hidey PDT. Let's hide it. Put it in a little hidey hole. Timmy's just easy mode lanes nowadays. Let me move that back though. Oop. I still want 2 nodes, damn it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Gets more than enough for Timmy. And maybe look at Dreadbones again. Did I get 3 flame auras? I only put 2. Let's put a third. That's a great choice there, Lucifer. Alright, Eddie, take it easy. Have a good night. Yeah, no doubt about it. I'm tempted just to power through this one in the back, because we've got, what? We've got headstrong assassins, of course. It's not RNG if it's always there. Then it's just a thing. You're gonna play, if your name starts with a J and you're gonna play Onslaught, you're gonna get headstrong assassins every single floor. That's just how it is. I'm not even in high floors. I mean, I'm in floor 70, for God's sakes. Deal with it. Headstrong assassins are your life from here on out. That's just what you're gonna have. Learn to live with it. Now, damn it. I think that would be an awesome addition there, Fisk, if there was Nightmare Hardcore toggles or mixed mode. Nightmare Hardcore for sure would be awesome. Increase the loot, increase the fun. Let's get a boosty boy here since we're gonna go all towers, all towerish. All tower-ishness. I don't know. I mean, I'm excited to see where they go. I'm going to keep playing it. I'm going to play DD3 when it comes out. I'm a Dungeon Defenders fan. I do think that it's time for a new action tower defense game. Who knows what that will be. I know Robot is working on 2 games that they are secretive about. I'm really hoping one of those is Orcs Must Die 3. But it's time, there's time for a new action tower defense game to hit the market that doesn't turn into Battle Royale. Yeah, I'm aware. There's Samaris, I'm aware. It's not how I wanted to build. That's the normal build. That's what people usually do. I don't want to use my DU that way. I want to powerhouse through the lanes and the flyers all in one. Well, that's just how they'll be, Jamal. Any map that returns from DD1 to come back to DD2 is always going to get a makeover. The problem with Hell Warders, Fisk, is they don't have a budget. Hell Warders is, don't get me wrong, I love what I see about Hell Warders. I'm excited to see the launch version of that once it's finally fine-tuned. But the difference is, you know, and I don't know the specifics, but I know, like, DD2 started with millions to work with. I don't know the exact number. Hell Warders didn't have that kind of money. And that makes, I mean, that makes a big difference. Not everything is going to be Stardew Valley, you know, where it's produced by one guy with a low budget and turns into a gem. Terraria, for that matter. Terraria initially was produced with a low budget and turned into the most amazing game ever. You know. Not every game is going to be that way. As far as excited for what's coming, I mean, the only thing I'm really stoked about is Subnautica, Below Zero, Satisfactory, as I mentioned earlier. I should have stayed out front, in front of those ballistas. there's just not a whole lot upcoming that gets me really excited. I got mixed emotions on the Division 2. I kind of really want to play it, but I got a bad feeling that I would not have anyone to play it with. Well, the thing that made Minecraft great is a lesson that every game developer could take into consideration. The thing that really made Minecraft great was mods. The community made Minecraft what it is. The ability to mod the game created that years and years and years of content. I mean, who plays vanilla Minecraft? You know, I mean, if you're a console player, I guess that's your only choice. Yeah, tower defense, ARPG mashup would be awesome. Absolutely awesome. Oh, assassins are always there. I don't know what floors you're on there, Spakuda, but assassins are a normal thing. I mean, I don't know anyone that rarely gets assassins unless you're prior to Chaos 5 content. And then, of course, assassins aren't in the game yet. But, I mean, assassins are on every map, for the most part. Unless it's a, you know, throne room. Throne room is the only map, no assassins. What's going on, Jordan? How you doing? I should have saved up a little for a reflect beam, just in case those little shooty boys get all uppity on me. Those hex throwers could just hurt me right now if they made it up the little ramp here. Oh, I'm doing good. I still got the massive allergy issues going, which kind of stinks, but you know, it's life for me, sadly. It's weird too. It's been raining a lot. Usually when there's a lot of rain, it doesn't, the allergens in the air or whatever get smacked down. It hasn't really been the case. My nose has been just going to town. I haven't been able to smell anything in days. You use towers there, Rocco. It's an enemy that disables ground traps, R's, and nodes. So the answer there is don't use ground traps, R's, or nodes. Something like this setup right here turns the cyborgs into a regular orc. There's nothing special about cyborgs on this lane because I'm not using any ground traps, R's, or nodes. I mean, besides that, obviously. Let's see. Keep this lane all beastie here. I feel like I should dump something. No, the Timmy lane will be fine. Corn is your big one. Mine is all wood related, and for some reason I moved to the Pacific Northwest. Like different cedar trees and stuff. Wood mites. I'm extremely allergic to mites of any sort. Dust mites, wood mites, all the mites. Yeah. Go slow and pay attention there, Spakuda. It's the same as every onslaught floor. I mean, the only difference between 49 is you got the dragon flying around. So you just gotta watch the dragon. I mean, there's nothing specific about any particular floors because it's going to be different every time. You can't say build this here because the next time you do it, the mutators and lane schedules will be different. So there's not a floor 49 strategy, just like there's not a floor 52 strategy. There's not a floor 87 strategy. It's read the lanes that are there. Can't handle the mighty wood. That's terrible. But yeah, living here, there's sawmills all over the place. So I mean, like the air count of dust mites and wood mites is really high. And that's what I have the biggest allergy to. But they're just floating around. Those little critters are just floating around in the air out here. Sounds like something from a horror movie, huh? Still the same there, Rainbow 59. Like I said, I'm not rushing or grinding in any way. I'm taking my time. Oh, grats there, Smithy boy. EV2 is awesome. Love me some Robo Girl. That's the main thing I want to get done with doing Ancient Power. I'm tired of using the exact same heroes. But, shy of spending a bunch of gold, this is what I got. I got to use these builds. I mean, I can change the defenses up, but as far as the hero goes, the Monk is the only hero that I'm full gilded. And I don't want to spend no money. Being a tightwad. I'm not, it's different for different people, Tanner, but that's a bug on Steam. Like right now, it shows all of my achievements as completed. But it is, in between updates, it's shown, I don't remember the total count, but it's been showing me being one short on and off for several years. That's another bug added to the list. And I know console players want more in that department as well. It's kind of lacking in the achievement department, especially when you compare it to DD1, where you could completely deck out your tavern with all the trophies. That's just not even a thing in DD2. And that was, I mean, that motivated a lot of people to keep playing it. You'd think they would have kept that around. Take that, mister. Alright, we got Thork over here, or he's dead. Oh, I did already, Jordan. I already did. I actually sent him a Twitter message. They've never responded to any Twitter message I've ever sent them. I sent one about that, and they liked it. Nah, it works everywhere, Lucifer. I mean, obviously, the higher level of the gear, the bigger the result you're going to have. But, I mean, the Nuke Bunk is a playstyle. It's not a level requirement. The Nuke Monk is based off of the landing, using a heavy weapon and landing in the 4th hit. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4, the big overhead swing. You can do that in campaign gear your very first day, and it's still going to be the hardest hit. So that's just it's a playstyle choice, not a you know, where you know, obviously the more stuff you have, the better off it's going to be, but you can play that way when you first start the game. Oh, it got a lot of hate there, Jordan. Is why people were raging about it. I mean, I know that there's no way I'm the only person that uninstalled. Wrecked, what's up? How's work? In order to full nuke your bosses, do you have to last hit them closer to 80 or just boost pet? The boost pet doesn't hit as hard as the 4th swing. I prefer to use the boost pet. I just think it's fun, but it's not as effective. Like in my fully decked out gear, prior to doing Ancient Power resets. That thing's screaming Skyguard Towers right there, huh? Gonna have to think about that. I like having a range mod on Skyguards, but man, that thing is just screaming Skyguards. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the pet nuke. When I was fully decked out, I was doing like hitting for like 150 million with my pet. But my last hit swing was hitting for 840 million or something. I mean, a very, very big difference between the two, and that's why I switched over to that last swing nuke. But I do prefer the pet nuke. Oh, no doubt there, Jordan. No doubt. The chi shots don't hit for a ton. The chi blast is more like loading up your big shot, or it gives you a ranged spammable attack. Or, I mean, your alternate fire is what I'm referring to. If you're talking about chi blast, that's ability power. It's a completely different thing. All rollers from the sweet spot take double damage, and is why every hero hits rollers harder than anything else. That's nothing out of the ordinary. Nah, it's not lacking Cajun Ants, it's just the nature of the build. It's, you know, you're just, if you want to play the monk as you climb, you're going to have to switch to the last hit. It hits so much harder, you know. Stuck Dreadbones. Come on, Captain. Come on out. Come say hi. Well, I mean, then use the right words, Lucifer, then I won't be confused. If you're talking about the alternate fire, say alternate fire. If you're talking about chi blast, then say chi blast. What's going on there, Marcus? Ah, man, I just always the same weapon. I'm using throwaway stuff, Rainbow. I'm not using good stuff. There's my Flamewire relic. You gotta look at the spotlights to find out what it should be. This is AP reset grinder stuff. Look at that playlist and make your choices from there. What's going on there, Jello? Well, I mean, a gilded crane stance would definitely make a difference. They're Cajun Ants. But it's not going to be significant. I mean, your fourth hit is going to hit way, way, way harder than the pet, always. I mean, 6-7 times harder. It's just, it's the nature of the attack. Well, you got to ask a question that I can answer, is all I can say, Lucifer. If you word everything all confusing, I don't know what you're talking about. So if you ask a question, I'll do my best to answer it. But I can't answer it when I don't know what the question is. You know? How am I supposed to answer that? Okay, answer this question for me. Pizza, tacos, hamburgers. Answer that. The right answer is pizza, tacos, and hamburgers. That's the answer. Oh, nice, Leo. Awesome. All three of them are viable, Spakuda. It's just 3 different builds. It depends on how you want to play it. The very first one is more versatile. The very last one, I mean, it says right on it. There's a nuke build that's generic, and you can use your pet or the last hit. That's the versatile build. The second one is just last swing. And the third one is high onslaught. So it's, you know, It's just the changes. I mean, it's not you must do this. That's just what I used at those various stages in the game. But the very first one is the most versatile out of all of them, no doubt. Oops, I sold my crappy relic. My crappy throwaway Skyguard relic. I don't think I want to get rid of this one anyway. I mean, that's a really good Skyguard relic too. I'm just gonna stick with that. EMP stabby stabs, long shot, armored and long shot on the 2 flyer lanes. That should make the flyers a no-brainer. Not tacos. What's wrong with tacos, man? Apparently, you haven't had the good tacos, Spacuda. I'm not talking about Taco Bell. I'm talking about the real deal. Where's Mayretha at? Mayretha will tell you about the tacos, let me tell you. Tacos are yummy. Lava Zerker Womp Womps. Womp Womps. Headstrong. Oops, that's not a squire. I keep doing that. Here's one. No cyborgs, huh? Lots of Zerkers? Alright, we'll give you Lightning Strike auras. Say hello to my Lightning Strike auras. Yeah, I got Assassins, of course, but no Headstrong. 2 out of 3. That's a start. Alright, I think I'm going to go... I want to get Flame Auras and Weapon Mans up here for these flyers. How many mobs was that? 57? It's not too many. But I also want to get some Fishers in the mix. Stack up that fire damage. Get it all blazy. Lazy blazy. Let's see. Cyfrost Womp Womps. Yep, armored. Let's just do it. Let's Fisherize this operation. I think that will be an ignore lane now. The front line is pretty straightforward. You've been talking about Spellbreak non-stop there, Rect. I'm gonna have to download it, I guess. Where do you get it? You have to download it from their website? Is it instant beta access? If you sign up to it, do you automatically get it? Yeah, Splody Harpoon for sure. Splody Harpoon gives you, besides just the extra damage, it gives you magic damage. Let's see, and then this lane. I think we'll just go 2 ballistas and a PDT. Actually, oh man, only 50 left. Here you go, I'll get rid of one of those. I forgot, I got cheat mode enabled. Cheat mode engage. Cyborgs, what are you? You are nothing to me. With my automation. You sign up and get access in a few days. I guess I need to do it. You've been... You know, Rect is, for those that don't know, Rect has been around for a while. Been a member of the Juicy Nation for a long time, and been a moderator for a long time. And I haven't heard you get that excited about a game in a long time. So, it's definitely going to need to check it out. The problem that I think the BR games are going to face now is, as far as all BRs go that come out, they're not Fortnite. People love their Fortnite, you know, and it is really fun. There's no doubt about it. But like Apex Legends is really good. If Spellbreak is really good as well, it's going to divide the non-Fortnite BR players, I think. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I do think it will cause a little division there. But like I said, I gotta check it out. I haven't even signed up for the beta, so I'll have to get signed up for the beta later today. What's going on there, as see? How are you? How are you? Here you go, y'all. I'll hook y'all up. Oops. And now I'm doing it too. That will get you the commands. Oh, I'm in the same boat there, Jordan. That'll get you all the bot commands there. This is the best VR game right now. You know what VR game is really cool looking? I haven't really played any of them other than at conventions. That's the one you're talking about, Beat Saber. That game looks awesome. It really, really does. Man, I would wreck the living room if I had that game. Well, nothing wrong with taking breaks there, Lucifer. You gotta play what you're having fun with, you know? The bottom line is video games are designed for entertainment. If you are no longer entertained, then play something else. See, I was really into World of Warcraft. Man, now you're really piquing my interest there, Rick. I was super into World of Warcraft back in the day. I haven't played it in ages now. You guys have heard all my Warcraft stories. I've had a bit of a mood to play a little PvP though. But sadly, the last PvP game that I really, really liked ended up being... It got EA'd. And that was Battlefront 2. For those that remember me, when Battlefront 2 released, I was super stoked about it. The space combat, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. That's right, Catherine. I need to clip that out. I'll get so many copyright infringement stuff, but I need to clip that out and put it on stuff. Yeah, it definitely sounds interesting. How big are the matches? Like, how many players in a match when you load in? And I'll be honest, one of the biggest concerns I have with like Apex Legends, and I'm sure they're gonna change it, is there's no queuing up solo. Which, I mean, I'm not against playing co-op in any means, or playing on a team in any means as far as PvP goes, but with my funky hours and everything, I don't have a set team of people to play with. Like 30 per lobby, that's not bad. It's everyone for themselves type of thing, isn't it? Give me the juice. Oh, just out of range. Oh, there we go. think that lane's just gonna get wrecked. I guess I could throw a little more attention on this one. That way I can just continue to ignore it. Wrecked is too strong. Apex is fine with randos thanks to the marking system. See, I don't know enough about the game. Obviously. I mean, I have yet to play it. But, I mean, people are loving it. There's no doubt about it. I know a lot of people have been playing it, though, and really enjoying it. But, yeah, I have definitely had a little bit of a mood to play something PvP related. I'll have to do those streams over on Twitch, because, let me tell you, when I PvP, I cuss. I saw you, Assassin. Where you at now? Maybe it evaporated in the spawn. Right now, here it comes. When I PvP, I turn into salty juice bags. Better late than never there, Tempest. You know? Welcome. God, I worked so hard to get that title on WoW. The salty title. That last fish took forever. Yeah, that's pretty awesome then, Fisk. No doubt there. I did enjoy the Division 2 beta. I've got some real life friends that are going to play it as well. I'm pretty sure I could get access to Division 2 on PC or on PS4. So I'm debating on that one. But it's the same thing. I mean, it all comes around to DD2 and hearing news. I mean, right now we should kind of be expected to not hear anything for another several weeks. So, I mean, we may not even hear any update news prior to the Division 2 releasing. Oh yeah, gonna have to there, Tempest. Without a doubt. Take that, Assassin. Oh, this pet is probably about ready to level. Or grab another pet. I've been going through my pets and just leveling them because I can level them for free doing these AP resets. Nope, not there yet. 54 is 60. There's floor 71. Do some more Spellbreak streaming in a few hours. Nice. I'll have to come check it out. I will indeed. I don't know what I'm going to stream later. I might, I was debating on doing a poll. Got this map again, huh? I'm gonna have to start trashing C7 amps too. I got that. I'm full up in the material storage. Yeah, no doubt there, Rec. That's awesome, though. We got a Kursakazi Timmy lane. Winner is here in the mid. This shouldn't be too bad. Omega Squad what's down here. Omega Squad Iota. Do I have Fisher or Ramster set up? Let me see. I don't. Oh, there we go. I do now. I'm not sure what I want to do here, though. Let's see. Let's do something like dish. Dish right here. Oh, that's a lot of DU, but maybe I put Skyguards down. I guess it wasn't too much. I put Skyguards down already. Seeing Timmy is howling. Kursakazi Timmy, Semi-Gobu Boom is out of the question there, but Timmy is screaming for Ramsterization. The Ramsterization process of Timmy. Let's go like something like that just to be safe. I think that'll be alright. And we got Headstrong Dreadbones. We got winners here, Long Shot, and Pilot on. We want conditions. So, I mean, I want a Weapon Man for conditions. But obviously, it's not going to do anything for the Headstrong lane. Let's also get some PDTs for conditions. Where you at? Where you at, Gobu? Go with 2 of them. That'll help me on that long shot as well. Let's get some fire damage. We'll get some lightning strike action. What, 30 more? You know what? Let's do this. Since I got Ramsters. Since we've got a Ramsterization process in order here, let's continue to Ramsterize and go with one more. I think it'll be alright. I mean, we will find out. Oh, it's a great game, Lucifer. Take breaks and come back all the time. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's a buggy mess. We all know that. It's a buggy mess with a crappy end game. But everything else about the game is awesome. So, you know, you have a great experience between point A and point B. It's just once you get to point B, it's like, all right, time for take a break. You know, it's one of those kind of games. Oh, that captain lane in there is just going to get steamrolled by the Frostfire. Frostfire has the greatest effect, I think, on that captain lane. The piratey lane has the most mobs, I believe. Oop. What am I doing? Upgrading my Rams. Like a derp. Derp, derp, derp. I think that'll get me. Shieldy Gob's got the whoop-pow. Well, I mean, that's the long-term goal. I'd have everything maxed eventually. Farming for shards is only the beginning, Lucifer. It's only the beginning. It's definitely not for the faint at heart. This is even campaign level Frostfire Mega Rocket. I'm using a campaign level. It is 10 of 10, but it's a campaign level 10 of 10, so it's, you know, very low on the effectiveness scale and still just ridiculously good. Come on over, little flyers. Let's see. I want to keep the Frostfire going on this one. What's going on there, Hasvaldo? Sorry I missed you there. I just scrolled up and saw I missed a whole bunch of comments. But welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Is it worth shard farming? Well, I mean, you need the shards. They're cryptic. So, I mean, that's the only way to get them, right? You gotta have them. Having the correct shards is not an option. You've got to have the correct shards. Come on, flyers. How many Gilded Destructions do I have? I'm not sure. Probably. I want to say probably like 10. 8 to 10. Something like that. Oh, God. Here I go again. Upgrading the Rams. I could use more. I think Gilded Destructions I have, out of the big three, I've got more Deadly Strikes than anything Gilded. And it sucks. That's the, out of those three, that's the one I need less of. I mean, if a bunch of 10 out of 10 defense rate mods fall on my lap, then I'll be in pretty good shape. Ramsters get blown up. There's Bakuda that, and I'm a ground traps guy. I always have. You look at my Dungeon Defenders 1 builds, and everybody asks, where the lightning towers at? I just don't use them. I mean, I do use them, don't get me wrong, but I don't use them like other people use them. I use them very casually. But I have full R stacks and full trap stacks on every lane in DD1. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I mean, Ramsters are good, there's no doubt. The weak spot with Ramsters is it's an AoE defense, so just, although it's not a weak point, it's just recognizing what it is. Like Flame Auras. Flame Auras suck versus bosses. Well, Ramsters suck versus bosses too. But it's because they're both AoE defenses. Sell everything and spam Lightning Strike Aura as their Tempest. Probably the easiest thing you could do. Lightning Strike Auras are the instant Omega Wave killer. Nothing kills them Omega Waves faster than the good old LSA. Is Zerker gonna die? Looks like it. Just gotta slow down and read the lanes there. You'll get, I mean, Onslaught Floor 32 is just barely a step above Chaos 7 content. It's just, you have to realize that every lane is different. You have to treat each lane like it's its own map. You have to build each lane for what's there and not try to do this build. You can't say, I'm going to do this on every lane and have it work. It's just not going to work. There's nothing wrong with Walk the Plank. It's not one of my favorites, but there's nothing wrong with it. Here we go. That one was easy. Easy peasy. Alright, let's see what floor 73 brings. Yeah, anyway, I think I will put a poll up on the YouTube community page. I'll link it on Twitter as well. But we'll make this next one here the last map, and then I'll stream later on after I wake up, get a little food in my belly, all that good stuff. I'll stream again later on, and I'll leave it up to the community what I play. So there will be a poll posted on the community page here, and I don't know. Well, after this map's done, like within 5 minutes of the stream ending. Well, you just buy the hero card slot. There's Spakuta. It's 2,000 defender medals for a hero card. But yeah, you definitely want duplicates. EMP Zappas. We got anything that makes us want to re-roll this map? I love this map, but it does take forever to finish. I think we good. We got EMPs over here. They're brittle. You can't actually buy a hero twice. It won't let you. The game won't allow it. So, I mean, that's not even an issue. You just can't do it. It's not a thing. Alright, well this lane is saying Ramsters again. Definitely gonna need some reflect beams here though. I'm just gonna go double noter to cover the core too. See, it looks like they can sneak in at the base there. They throw right at the base of that tower, it might hit this Ramster. You know what, I'm going to throw PDT in too. Kind of overlap the flyer and the ground lane with it. See, where do we want it? Oh, I used to be able to put a PDT right on the tip of that spike right there. Not letting me now. Oh well, I guess I'll have to put it here. Do something like that. It'll hit the ground and the flyers then. Alright, speaking of PDTs, we got some controlled burn here. Let's double PDT it over here. no point in going... Well, I do have another lane there, so I'll weapon man it anyway for the other lane. Get some flame auras. I think that will probably be good. Alright, what do we got over here? We got Cyfrost Womps, Cyfrost Vanguard Womps, and Lava Zerker Womps. We got a whole lot of Womp over here. Spellbreaker, Bullet Sponge, Proximity. I'm going to have to just mix this lane up. Let's just do the full enchilada here. We got a lot of mobs too. Almost 300 mobs. Ballistas. I'd like to get one more. Where do I want it though? Where do I want to put it? Failed jump. I'm a failed jumper today, let me tell you. I'm a failed jumper every day. Who am I trying to fool? Let's throw it right here. Alright, we got winners here in Omega Squad Zeta. Detonator and pilot on. So we want lots of conditions going with that pilot on. So let's see, we got Drench and Stun. Why am I putting 3 nodes there? Let's go 2 nodes. Maybe. We got Drench and Stun, that's 2 conditions. Then let's throw Poison in for a 3rd condition. What do I got left? I got 110 left. Kind of want to get another condition in, but part of me also just thinks another PDT here will be just as good. And that leaves me 70. I could go something like this. I feel like this lane is a little underwhelming compared to the rest. Let's see how it goes here. I don't think about that at all there, Alfred. I mean, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that people have come to the channel because of DD2, you know. But I've got 0 ego. So, I mean, knowing that I'm the biggest DD2 content creator out there is not, you know, I mean, like I said, I'm grateful. That's about it. There's no ego in the mix at all. Alright, Spakuda, we'll get some sleep, man. Jeez. Oh, you know it. I'll get me some C8 amps in there. Jeez, I'm sitting here waiting and nothing's coming out. That's the one downside about this map. I love this map. It's a gorgeous map, and I have really good luck here usually with drops. The downside of it is it takes forever to run it. Literally forever. Oh, I go away, and then they decide to come out. Looks like the lane's holding anyway, though, so I think we good. Check the skellies and whatnot over here. Looks like they're all getting wrecked. Well, thanks there, Alfred. I appreciate it. Your current ascension doesn't matter, Nicholas, but do not reset. You're going to regret it so much if you do. Your current ascension, do not pay attention to in any way at all. But at an absolute minimum, you'd want to get to at least floor 50. At an absolute minimum. Which you should push higher than that. But, I mean, if you reset at floor 50, you're not going to be making a huge mistake. If you reset any time before that, you're going to be making a huge mistake that you're going to regret down the road. I mean, the right answer there is push as far as you can, but you gotta put the minimums in. I mean, there's some people that would tell you don't reset any time before floor 100. I think that's a little overkill. But on the same note, it's certainly not a terrible idea. If you made it to floor 100 before you reset, you're going to be super strong going into your resets, have plenty of ascension to play with. But just remember, I mean, you play your own game. You know, you decide what to do. So don't let me or anyone else make the decisions for you. What's going on there, Savage Tuvia? How you doing? Yeah, don't let me or anyone else make the decisions for you. You choose your progression path there. But you don't want, on the same note, you just want to be well educated and don't make any mistakes with something as big as Ancient Power resets. I mean, I know some people that quit too early that ended up quitting the game because of it. I know quite a few people that did Ancient Power resets too early and just said, no, I'm done, and quit playing DD2. They're just done with it. So, I mean, it can be a game-ending mistake for you. Alright, Critical, have a good night. Get you some sleep, man. I'm doing good there, Savage. No complaints. I got massive allergy issues and can't breathe or smell. But besides that, I'm doing great. Ooh, they're pushing a little over here, huh? Getting a little uppity. I tell you what, going from, you know, because like I said, I've been touching base with DD1 a bit lately. Going from DD1 to DD2, man, DD1 is so, the maps are so chaotic compared to DD2. The frenetic upgrading at the beginning of the map is, you know. DD2 is like build it, chillax, shoot down a lane, wait for a boss. DD1 was must upgrade everything now. Go, Genie, go. It's such a... when you play both in the same day, it gives you a huge contrast. And that's where Trendy, you know, Trendy put hard counters in the game to keep people active and not AFKing it. People put, in DD2. In DD1, they put, you know, the ability to generate mana and upgrade all your defenses as a requirement for winning matches, which your activity was based off of keeping your defenses repaired and healthy and upgraded. It's definitely a big contrast between the two games in that regard. I better keep an eye on this this far lane over here, just in case they get all crazy again. Frostfire, Grave Infection, and Focused Power is what I use there, Savage. Frostfire, Remnants, and Grave Infection are one of the strongest combos for any hero. I mean, you could put those two mods on any single hero and be like, wow, this is really crazy strong. Now, if you're the type of person that must see that one big number on the target dummy, then you're not going to like them. But as far as effectiveness and winning the matches, I mean, let's just watch it. We'll watch it in work here. We got a big lane, and Frostfire and Grave Infection is camping these bad boys. And if you look, it's actually moving back further into the spawn. So not only is it camping the mobs that's coming out, it's actually spreading and going further back. I mean, that is just insanely, insanely good. As far as I know, it's global, Brian. I haven't heard anything different. I believe it's global, though. I mean, I play with people from all over the world in DD1. One of the guys I played with the most DD1 over the course of my DD1 play is from Romania. Now you get better gear by going up in Chaos tiers there, Elporos. So if you're in Chaos 2, for example, you want better gear, you got to go to Chaos 3. Getting gear is all about expeditions. It's not about Onslaught. Expeditions are 100% where you farm for everything in the game. You farm Chaos, or you farm expeditions or Onslaught 100% just for progression. Onslaught provides no other benefit other than progression. I don't intend on playing DD1 a lot, Brian. It's, you know, it's an old game that with no player base. I mean, I'm playing it a little bit just for fun, but I don't intend on playing it for real or adding in lots of DD Dungeon Defenders content. The game is too old. It would be focusing on the 8-year-old game with no player base would be the death of my YouTube channel, sadly. Yeah, this is the monk from the Protean video adding in Grave Infection and Frostfire Remnants because those weren't there then. Those didn't exist then. So I got rid of Piercer Servo. I'm using Focus Power, Grave Infection, Frostfire Remnants. But everything else is exactly the same. I just can't see making a whole nother video just to change 2 mods. You know? I mean, I could, but that would be extremely gluttonous as far as... I mean, right now, the difference between the regular Nuke Monk and the last hit Nuke Monk is like 1 mod. But, I mean, people demanded that I give more instruction on how to do it, and I kind of felt bad about even making the video. It's like, it's the exact same video with this instead. It's like 1 different mod and a different pet. And that's it. Literally it. I mean, there's not all this massive amounts of variety. You know, it's all the same stuff. If you're going to play a monk main, you're going to be a hero damage monk main, you're going to use this stuff, you know, no matter what build you go with. The only thing that there's any variation with is the weapon mods, and the only one that's important is Focused Power. No, Focused Power, not Focused AP. Focused Power. Don't make the mistake of getting Focused AP on there. Focus Power is hero damage. Focus AP is ability power. Grave Infection is the third. It's a pirate mod from the High Seas maps. Oh, 1 or 2 vids will be fine there in Mega Rocket. But, you know, if you're playing Dungeon Defenders, it's a grind game too. So, you know, when I'm trying to build the channel up, I can't focus, you know, it's a time management thing. If I'm trying to build the channel and all I'm playing is grind games, the channel's not going to go very far because there's just not enough hours in the day to grind all that. Yeah, Dryad towers are affected by cyborgs. Everything that's ground trap, aura, or node. So if you go up and inspect the tower, You see it says Tier 3 Aura, so this is an Aura. We inspect this, that's a node. Dryad's defenses are considered traps, as far as like bees and slimes go. But it'll say trap right on them. So always just look at your defenses. You know, if I go to the PDT, it's going to say tower. Tier 3 tower. Ballista's a tower. Reflect beam, of course, is a node. But yeah, it'll tell you all the stuff and things. The stuff and things. $500 more mobs. This map does take forever to run. There is no doubt about that. Gregory getting wrecked. Always a little sketchy seeing an ogre on a Ramster lane. You just know it's just not going to be enough power to kill it. That PDT helped out quite a bit there. Well, you can get that. You get automation from Mastery there, Dimitro. And that'll give you one that you can move around instead of a mod. Automation is insanely powerful now compared to what it used to be. There is no doubt there. This lane's definitely getting pushed a little. Yeah, maybe, Brian. I mean, I still think that the other two gender swaps will definitely come to DD2. It's just a matter of when. It's not a huge priority for them, I don't think. They're just not... I mean, the Adept is really popular compared to the Apprentice. But the Initiate was a big fail. Nobody plays the Initiate. I mean, the Initiate's fun to screw around with. But that's basically all you're doing is screwing around with her. People want their hero to be powerful. And the Initiate gives up all that power to make your defenses stronger. And I think the average player base doesn't like that, you know. The power in the Initiate is you throw down your buff in a lane and you run away and you leave that lane to itself. Where with the monk you actually get up in there and do the dirty yourself, you know. And I think people like that more. And it's always fun to see the big numbers. No doubt about it. Anyway, everybody, that is going to do it for now. I'm going to be back later on today, right here on YouTube. I'm going to post a poll up on my community channel, or on my community page on the YouTube channel, where you can vote on what I'm going to stream later on. And that poll will be up in like 5 minutes. So just give me a few minutes to decide what I would want to play. And I will give you all some options. It's probably going to be a throwback day to DD1, Astroneer, maybe that Mars or Die, that survival tower defense game. Try an endless mode of it, which I've never done. So, you know, there's options. But anyway, thank you all so much. I do appreciate everybody coming by. Hopefully everybody's having a great week. It's halfway over. The week is halfway over. But I will see you all live here in just a few hours. So thanks a ton, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Take it easy.